Hi everyone, I'm Akanksha Meena, in the editor of Labels and Labeling magazine. And for today's video, I'm here with Robert Kohl, owner of the Grey Elephant. How are you, Robert? Welcome to the interaction.
I'm very fine, thank you. How are you today?
Great, thank you. Awesome. So thank you for joining me for this interaction. And why don't we kick off the conversation by talking a little about the company history? When was it started and why?
Well, we started the Grey Elephant in 2016, and the reason was very simple. There was no software in the market managing printing tools. Printing tools as an offset plate, as a flexo plate, as a screen, as an embossing tool. And there's no software. There was no software managing them. And when I talk about managing, there are two things about managing. Number one is to identify if you have already a plate. So the big question before you make a plate is, shall I make it or shall I not make it? Do I have it in my archive or do I not have it? And that's what we do automatically. So we figure that out for our customers before they make a plate. Do I have it or not? And the second part we do is or we realized which is needed is to manage tools. So where do I place my tool in which archive, which production orders or which press runs this tool has done, with which mileage, with which conditions, etc. pp. And since this wasn't on the market, we thought, hey, that's the way to go. It's a market opener.
Great. So what kind of services does the company offer?
Well, we have three major branches or three major products we offer. And the first one is our main product, that is Brain for Tools. And Brain for Tools is what I mentioned before. It's the tool management software. So it realizes or it recognizes tools before you actually make them. So you have a choice. And the second thing is we manage them. So we put them into an archive. We put them on a production order. We know which tool has run in this production order, etc. This is our biggest tool. And we put couple of things around this. So the second tool is our Scan for Tools product. Now, what we do with printing tools is we label them. We add a unique number to each single tool. Even each version of a tool receives a new number, which ends up that you have lots of tools identified by a number. Now, what our Scan for Tool does is it reads a barcode from the flexo plate, from the offset plate, from the screen, and it takes the barcode, connects with our database, retrieves all the information about this plate. So which DGC, which resolution, which production order it belongs to. So you have on a single scan all the necessary workflow information on screen. And the third product we're having is Tools for Press. With Tools for Press, we help the printer to organize or to plan or to do the fine planning on the press runs. So imagine you have 5 jobs to print, the obvious example, strawberry, banana, cherry, whatever, and in which order you print them. And we plan that for you in consideration with print method changes, color changes, plate changes, and comments. And out of those things, we make the perfect sequence of order of print. So that's our 3 modules.
Fantastic. So we learned that your new generation Scan for Tools scanner was to be launched at Label Expo Europe 2022, which has now moved to 2023. So would you like to talk about the new scanner and take us through how it works?
Thanks for the opportunity. Yes. Well, it is a bummer because with the next generation, we have a huge thing to show to the world. While our first and second scanner already read a 2x2 millimeter barcode from a flexo plate, which was already a massive thing, the second, what we realized is, or where we wanted to go is saying, okay, how can we read possibly a barcode on a mounted flexo plate? Because that adds more issues to that. So this is what our new scanner does, and how it works is basically you take the scanner, you take the flexo plate, you hold it again, it scans the barcode from the flexo plate, it makes a connection to our software, gets all the information back and shows that on the display. Or the second usage is indeed you take the scanner, you take your flexo plate, you again scan the barcode, and you have all the information necessary for that plate. Yeah, it's a bummer we couldn't introduce that on Label Expo, but hey, now we do it through you.
Sure, that sounds fantastic. So we also heard that you're adopting elephants on behalf of your clients. So how does that work?
Well, it has a connection to our name. So we called the gray elephant. Why did we call ourselves the gray elephant? It's because of the elephant's memory. The elephant memorizes everything, and so do we. We memorize tools, we memorize content, images, whatsoever. And we feel like you cannot just borrow a name and then go with it. No, what we feel like is like, hey, let's borrow a name and give something back, because thanks to the elephant, we have a great name, and we need to give something back, and that's what we do. So with every sale we have, we adopting an elephant in Africa. In the end of the day, it is a gesture, but it helps the elephant which is over there. And kind of, if you go with an example, we kind of hope, of course, inspiring other companies to do the same, and we would live in a much better world.
That sounds great. So my last question for you, Robert, is how does your solution fit in to solve some of the challenges that the package printing industry is facing today?
I think we fitting in there quite well. So if you look, for example, the major challenge we have right now is the supply chain issues. We have issues to get material substrates in order to print. Now, what you want to do is you want to reduce the amount of substrates material you're using. And this is where we come into the game. Number one, with Brain for Tools, we reduce the amount of flexo plates, offset plates, whatever you're going to use, because we know which is available already in your archive. And the number two, with Tools for Press, we help you to reduce the press fitting times, not only to gain more valuable printable time, but as well to reduce the usage of substrate while registering the press. Now, let me give you an example. You have a press with 11 colors. Now, you print the first job with 10 colors and the second job. So first you printed banana, now you print cherry. Now, from those 10 colors, let's say 5 are staying in the press, 5 you have to change. And we can tell the customer through Tools of Press in which order they print, and we can tell him which plates in which unit are staying. That means from those 10 colors, we can tell him unit 1, unit 3, unit 5, you have to change. So now he goes, changes only those 3 units, puts 3 new plates in, starts printing, and he has only to register those 3 plates instead of registering 10 plates, and which is reducing the amount of substrate being used in order to get the press back up and running. So from that point of view, we're very good in that point in order to, manage the current supply chain crisis.
That does sound interesting. So thank you so much, Robert, for sharing your interesting insights and talking about your products and your CSR activities. And it was great talking to you.
Very likewise. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and make sure to click the subscribe button at the top of the screen. You can see more videos from this playlist by clicking the video on the right or click the video on the left to see all of our other videos.